Jesus walks on the sea.
Yes, Jesus walking on the sea. Mark 6, and then we're starting in 45.
45.
6:45.
Is this where Simon Peter makes his,
Mm,
who knows? We'll find out.
I'm not sure.
No, it's not about different times.
Not, at least not recorded by Mark, right?
Okay. Immediately after the feeding.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like, yeah. So the last time we did the feeding of the 5,000, and it says immediately. So we're assuming it's immediately after that when their bellies are full and
Right.
everyone's happy. You're probably all
Immediately, he made his disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side of
to Bathsheba.
Bethesda,
But said, yes, what you said.
while he sent the multitudes away. And when he sent them away, he departed to the mountain to pray. So he sent everybody away to be by himself,
Yeah, so he
to
sent the
pray.
multitude away. He sent the disciples into the boat, right? To
And he
go to,
said,
and he
how am
goes,
I going to explain this to people?
then we go to the mountain and pray, right?
Right,
Then we talk to my dad.
right. He'll know.
Yeah.
Now, when evening came, the boat was in the middle of the sea, and he was alone on the land. When he saw them straining at rowing, for the wind was against them. Now, about the fourth watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea, and would have passed them by. And when they saw him walking on the sea, they supposed it was a ghost and cried out. For they all saw him and were troubled. But immediately he talked with them and said to them, be of good cheer. It is as I. Do
It
not
is
be afraid, you charlatans.
it is I. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid.
Right, because they were probably like, "Ah,
The ghosts. And they're having trouble with, you know,
I'm sure we have with the
rowing.
boat. And this is after the calming of the seas.
Not sure. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that, well, yeah, I haven't been historically right in this kind of scenarios, but I believe the seas have been calmed.
Oh, before. Well, here they come again. Let's see.
Uh,
51.
then he went up to the boat to them, and the wind ceased, and they were greatly amazed in themselves beyond measure and marveled, for they had not understood about the loaves, because his heart was hardened. Their heart was hardened. Why was their
Mm,
heart hardened? And understandable. I mean, both are pretty unexplainable to a human.
yes.
So I get it.
So hardened as in you can't see, you can't understand, is it? Hmm. I mean, we just read about the plagues, and Pharaoh's heart is hardened, but we don't think of the disciples' heart hardened like this hardened. This seems like
Right.
the
What does
different.
that mean?
I
What?
know. Hard from understanding, I think, right? Your heart hardened, meaning
It's as if God considers now fixed. This is Google, by the way.
right.
Uh, God now consider God considers now fixed someone's evil heart as it becomes over a lifetime. He cements the deal. So I don't know what this means. Um,
The heart like a stone that is unmoved, unfeeling, unresponsive. Oh
because
man.
you are resisting his sovereign ways within you.
Mm, I think that's probably it, right? Blinded in a way, you know. Hmm.
So they brought up to Jesus that maybe they should go get something to eat.
Well, they were no, they were. I think because they were still trying to understand the loaves that just happened a few hours before, how
Right.
that got multiplied, right? Is that what you mean?
I think so.
Or it was a hardened because they were trying to figure out a different way to feed the people and they didn't understand that Jesus is going to do a miracle. Is that where you were going?
Maybe
Yeah.
that, well, it's like if we're thinking about like the apostles simply not being able to go underneath like anything but shallow motives, it's like they're gonna figure out what happened in this scenario. I don't think they would necessarily care how he did it.
Mm, right. The
But then
logistics.
like think about the apostles and maybe the kinds of people that they were, and they would probably want to be around Jesus. So like you just had the multitude, you just fed everybody. I don't know. Who knows? They were human beings. That's
They're
probably
human beings. Yes.
what they were doing,
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
being
tired
human
this
beings.
morning. I know. They were being human. Hmm. So then what happened? 53.
When they had crossed over, they came to the land of Gennesaret and anchored there.
And
And
we
when they
rem
came out of the boat, immediately the people recognized them. And they said, "What up, G-Man?"
yeah. And remember what happened there.
Right.
This is where the guy
Well,
the
they were probably just they're on a body of water, right? So again, you just surround the body of water and Jesus isn't allowed to leave.
yeah, but remember what happened in Gennesaret. That name,
Gennesaret?
that's where the guy that was in the caves that was demonic.
Oh, the possessed man.
Yeah. And then he told him, remember when he left, he wanted to come with him and he told him to tell everyone about me. And now we're
Mm,
seeing the fruits of that because here everyone's recognizing him.
right.
Does that make sense? What
It
I'm
does.
babbling about. Super.
Very
Thank you.
good. So it's not even like his works had done that. Well, his works did ultimately do that, but
Yeah. And then the guy went and did what Jesus told him, didn't he?
right,
Because here the people are. And he was just a testimony just because they knew him. As he didn't really have to say much because they knew him as wild and hard to handle. And now here he is, gentle, and
right,
they see that he's not, you know,
possessed anymore.
possessed anymore. Exactly. So they were just a testimony in themselves.
Thank you for fixing Ted.
Yeah. Yeah. So when they came out, the people recognized him, ran. Oh, sorry. In 55, ran
Ran.
through the whole surrounding region. Oh, wow. Yeah. What's happening? They ran through the whole surrounding region and began to carry about on beds those who were sick to wherever they heard he was. So he's walking around and the people are just finding him and bringing sick people.
Right. Wherever he entered into villages, cities, and the country, he laid the sick in the marketplaces and begged him that they might just touch the hem of his garment, and many as touched him were made well.
Reason. Oh, and go ahead,
Yeah,
Johnny. I'm sorry, didn't mean.
people were,
And as many as touched him were made well. Wow.
yeah, they were just happy to be there, right?
Yeah, happy to be
They
there.
were
See,
very excited. They'd heard all the great things. I feel like it was, you're talking to Gentiles, right?
and Jewish people, I think.
And Jewish people.
I think so. Yes, yes, I think so. Because you're still in that land, We're not that far away. There might could be a mixture, but you're still in that land, not like. I mean, some people could have been Gentiles, but I think that a lot of them were Jewish too. I
Who
think.
knows?
Who knows?
All right, let's find some
It's
peace.
yeah.
Find some peace, dude.